Hello beautiful people, welcome back to a new vlog. So guys, this is actually our traveling vlog. On this trip we're actually traveling from Lagos to the UK. So as you can see from the video, we have a lot of noise going on in the background. These are part of our family who are seeing us off to the airport, and this young man don't want to leave my screen and a lot of noise on the background. So guys, what I discovered during editing this video, I realized that there are a lot of noise which the viewers might not benefit from. So I decided to make a total voiceover for the entire trip, though you will see my lips moving, but the audios will not be one will not be able to hear the audio. So guys, so on this day we are almost at the international airport. So guys, the trip was quite stressful, but we thank God for journey mercy, as that when I was doing this voiceover, we've already arrived. I think it was few days later, so I just felt okay, I should compile what I filmed and published it for those who are traveling, or likely things that you will experience on your trip traveling. So on this day, I think we arrived like 6 hours before our flight, and we almost the last people that got on the plane. So the drill there is that get in at least 6 hours before your flight. In case if there's any delay or any issue, you will be well informed way ahead of time. And in case if you need to provide more document, or maybe you need to go around and do any other thing, and also if there is no need for you to provide any additional documents, you would have checked in and just go to your lounge and rest. Or if you are not going to the lounge, you can just go nearby to where, after you have passed custom check and every other check, just go in and relax. So this is actually the trip, so that your trip will be stress free. If you go late before your trip, before your flight, you are going to experience a lot of stress, because this period people are traveling, especially for students and those who did not travel during December because of the expensive flights. So a lot of people are actually traveling this time around. So it's better you plan this way ahead of time and check in, so you just know you are relaxing, or you can equally move around, since depend on your flight duration, how long you will be spending on the flight. So it's very important that you prepare well on time. So this is actually Murtala International Airport, the international airport in Lagos. So I'm traveling from Lagos to the UK. So we are using a Rwanda airline. So everything I will be saying on this flight is based on my experience with Rwanda airline. This is the third time I'm using this carrier. The first time I used it was in 2015 when I was going to South Africa, while the second time was in 2018 when me and my husband were traveling to Dubai. And on this day is the third time. So I think based on my experience, I have certain experience, or certain, I will be able to see certain things based on my experience. So on this day we've been able to pass through immigration. Those are long process, but what I would just advise you on this, when you are flying through Lagos International Airport, just get all your documents ready, especially for custom. Carry less things, don't carry anything liquid that is more than 100 ml, so that they don't disturb you. Just try and search online things that you know you can carry along through your body, through your hand luggage. And also, for those of you who don't know, Rwanda airline will give you 7 kg hand luggage. For now, it's better you just take 110 kg hand luggage. That is better, because what me and my husband did, we took 7 and it was a huge, it was very hectic for us. We have to start adjusting our bag in the airport. So just try and do all that so that you don't have to be going around adjusting things in the airport. So our flight got rescheduled on that day. We were supposed to arrive Rwanda by 11 p.m. and board our next flight by, I think, by 12. But the flight got rescheduled. Then that took us to an hotel. This hotel, the name of this hotel is called Let Me Go. It's a 5-star hotel, very lovely place, but we enjoyed ourselves, but they didn't allow us to stay long. The reason in the sense that we arrived around that kind of 11 to 12. The dinner was awesome. It's a buffet. You eat anything you want. And the breakfast was around 4 o'clock. We woke up very early, so I did not even have time at all to film the hotel, neither have time to film the buffet. So guys, I'm very, very sorry about that. I don't know if a picture will do the justice. Actually, I didn't really take any picture. Let me not just, I just later, as we're waiting for the buses, it just gone down on me that I did not really film anything regarding this hotel. So I just, okay, fine, let me just take some captures on around the hotel. So the hotel is situated in Rwanda. That's the capital city of Rwanda. So it's very, very beautiful. So if you are going, you can check them out. But my husband tried to check the price with the guy in charge. He said it's about $150 per night. So for you to know, it's quite expensive. But the place is luxurious anyway. It's quite expensive. So I did a lot of videos. This is the poolside towards where we were waiting for our bus. So, and also there are other places in the hotel. Even there are some people that came from US. Is it US or Canada or there? But that guy over there was just screaming. So are there places like this in Rwanda? You know, the place is very, very lovely, very beautiful. You can see. And all these places is part of the hotel. The place is very, very big. I think they are doing what's it called? They have a partnership with Air Rwanda. So any of their flight that got delayed, they will bring in all their passengers in. And this is what I was saying earlier, based on my 3 trips with Air Rwanda, I will be able to say certain things. I think that to a certain level, they have customer in mind, not like some airlines that just drop their passengers. They don't even care if they have place to stay or if they have food to eat. We ate dinner, we ate breakfast, and they are both heavy. They are both standard. You just go there, you pick what you want to eat. Anything. In fact, me, I ate like people were just like, well, everybody was just eating. There was more than enough. There were more than enough for you to eat, more than enough for you to drink. So that was just one thing I like about them, because they have customers in mind. And you can see that the place is very beautiful. It's not even just me saying it. You can see that even when you lodge there for the $1,500, for those who can afford it, it's worth it, you know. So based on this, a lot of people did not really feel bad, because a lot of people has booked their train. Some has booked bus, some has booked taxi. But at the end of the day, there was a guy that we later became friend in the course of the delay. He was telling us that the bus he booked, even someone even almost missed his flight, but thank God she had extra 7 hours after our layover, and that was what really helped her. So, you know, at times if you are planning, it's good to really plan much, conclude all your planning ahead, but towards the final stage of your flight, I think especially if you're having a connecting flight, once you board or before you board, it's better you book your, like if you want to book a taxi or anything, because anything can happen. But according to the pilot of the flight we later connected from Rwanda to London, he said it was due to maintenance, not due to any serious issues. So, but they took good care of us anyway. But for those who have something important, those who have meetings, those who have a whole lot of things, so it's just good you pre-plan yourself and give him maybe enough time for you to have time in case if anything happen in between. So you can see the hotel. Let me go. Hotel is very, very huge. It's very beautiful, and it's a 5-star hotel. So if you want a treat, if you are in Rwanda, you can just visit. It's very cool. I like the place. So this is what that's why I said, okay, fine, let me just show this to my viewers too, so that they will see what Rwanda looks like. Though I'm saying all this as if you are there. So guys, on this day we were going, so I was just like, okay, fine, let me just film our trip from the airport to from the hotel straight to the airport. Guys, I don't know about other cities in Rwanda, but this city is cleaned. No wonder my husband was saying they named them the most neat city in Africa. I never knew, but while the journey was on, everybody in the bus was just like, what? This place is neat. You know, we came in when it was very dark. Like I told you, like I said earlier on, we came in around, it's not to 11 or past 11 or thereabouts. But in the morning when we were going, we realized that Rwanda is quite a neat city. So I will just allow you guys to see how beautiful and neat Rwanda is. Is a very, very beautiful and wonderful city. I was just like, what? I never knew this place is that beautiful, and everything is organized. And one other thing I observed while filming the video is that, you know, in Nigeria we have bike and different type of bike, though in some area bike has been restricted. I don't know if you have seen some of my old videos where I made see Lagos cities with me, although those series will keep having subsequently. Now that we have more, if I have more time to film other city and long trip, definitely I'm going to make such video. But while I was doing this, I realized that their bike system is kind of a standard way of driving. All the bikes are the same product, the same you must have an helmet, and your passenger must have an helmet. Not like where I'm coming from, where even the driver, the bike rider himself, will not hold an helmet. So they put culture into it, they put uniqueness into it. So these are part of the things that I realized that, wow, this place is unique, you know, on its own, and coupled with other beautiful. So you can look at the streets here. When we were going, a lot of people were just like, what? This place is clean. It's cleaner than bigger cities where you'll be walking, you'll be seeing trash on the road. Throughout the trip, there was no single trash on the road. Though I don't want to exaggerate. I know some part of Rwanda, I think they are under their war or something, or some crew of people fighting or thereabout. But I'm talking about the capital city. This place is beautiful. I don't know what is happening in other places, so definitely other places might have their own, but I'm talking about this particular place we went in Rwanda. The place is so neat and beautiful, and everybody was just going on their own calmly, no crowded areas, you know, and there were greenery everywhere. You know, they have plants, you know. That's another thing I actually love about it. That's even what makes a city actually more beautiful, when you have good plants planted everywhere, and no citizens are destroying these plants. You know, I know a couple of people who just walk around. I've seen them many times. They just want to spoil the plant. But look how greenery the plant, and how beautiful it made the city looks. So if you know someone that knows someone that knows someone that is empowered, please plant more plants in Lagos State, in Nigeria, so that our own country too will be very beautiful as this. So now I see the reason why Fashola went ahead and made all those plants, irrespective of what Nigerians and Lagosians were saying back then when he was the governor of Lagos State. Now I understood where it was coming from, because this plant actually made this city so beautiful that at every point you get to, there is a plant. Just watch, take your time and observe the video throughout. There is a plant at every spot. There is a plant at every spot, and that's the uniqueness of it. That's what made it beautiful. Aside the neatness, though everywhere is neat, and the bikes are unique based on their instruction. You can see all of them are wearing a helmet. No bike is driving without helmet. But where I'm coming from, helmet, bike, okay, we pray. So that's just it. And also another thing I observed, the structure of their building, especially those buildings that are close to the main road. They don't have this bigger fence. They have this very either little or open fence where you can see through. So you can see, I'm trying to zoom in into this place a bit so that you will see here, so that you can see the bike people. You can see they are all on helmet, because this is a major area. You can see they are all on helmet. No one is driving with that. And see also their security personnel are around. They are just patrolling the entire place. Like I said at the beginning, I think they are fighting in some area in Rwanda, which I'm not very sure if I come across it in the news. But in this city, everything is calm and everybody is going on about their business normally, and the city is lovely, very, very neat. Though it's not very far from, it's a bit far, but not too far from the airport. So this is Rwanda, and I really, 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 really enjoy my stay there. Everybody that we were flying together, everybody testified, because you will get, there's this satisfaction you get staying in that comfortable hotel with the food and everything, you know. Even if you are hungry, you will let go the hunger and see the beautiful city the next morning. And another thing is that Rwanda, I think they have a longer day than shorter night. It was just around 5 and everywhere was already bright. I think as at this time it was around 2-6 or thereabout. And everywhere is bright already, because also they are 1 hour ahead of Nigeria time. So everywhere was already bright, but the city was beautiful. Then also another thing I observed in the city is that most of their story buildings, they don't really have much of a big story building like in other states where you see all these tall rising buildings. No, they just have small building, but the plant also was just a bit of everywhere. Rwanda is beautiful. So if you are looking for places to go to in Africa without staying on the queue for a longer time, you can equally visit Rwanda on a budget, and you just need to book way ahead, maybe probably like 2 or 3 months before your flight, and you'll get a cheaper flight. Then you explore Rwanda if that's the destination you want to visit next. And also they have a couple of checks. You can see down the hills. These are down the hills where buildings are. I think this part is the hill part. Right down the hills there are also other buildings at the other side of the city. So it's quite beautiful. I enjoyed it, and I enjoy filming it and sharing my experience with you guys, because how more joy will you get alone if you just soak it in. So I decided to okay, you know what, let me take you guys along so that you experience part of what I experienced while watching this video. So Rwanda is quite cool. But one thing I like about it is that they have a security system at every point. I don't know whether if it's because of the war or if it's because of what was going on in the country. Like when we get to the hotel, they check us when we were coming out, I think they check us too. And also when we were going, we met about 3 checkpoints, which I will also I film from afar because I don't want any authority issues. I just film from afar, and they use dog to, I think, snuffing or something. The dog, they'll just, you just drop your baggages on the ground, and the dog will just snuff your stuff while they will do your regular body check on their machine. They will just check it, check you, scan you, and they will ask you to raise your hand up. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they will ask you to raise your hand up, and after that they will just let you go. And also, but you will come down from the bus before you come down from the bus, because we took a bus. There's the, what's it called, let me go hotel bus was the one that took us from the hotel the next morning to the airport. So you come down from the bus and go to the checkpoint. After the checkpoint, then the dog will sniff your bag, and after that you walk, just like if you are traveling from Nigeria to Ghana by road. For those of you who have done that, you know that first of all, your bus or whatever, your car, wherever you're taking, will go ahead of you while you come down from it. You will walk to a certain point, and they will do all the check-ins there. Then you will not take that connecting point from that place. You will not go back to where you were coming from. You go straight from that place to the next point where you will be able to enter your bus from there after the check-in. It's just similar thing they did for us at this particular point. So you just check and move to the next level. So this is actually at the checking point. So what I did, I just film a bit from afar. I'll try to stretch the camera towards them, just a bit from afar, and after that I zoom in a bit just to see what was going on. Then I later off my camera. After the whole checkup, we'll continue with our journey. So from here actually to the airport is not that far anymore, just few minutes away. Because I was enjoying filming the video and all that, I didn't even know when we got to the airport. I was like, when we got, I was asking people, sorry, are we already in the airport? They say yes. I said, wow, really? I said, I didn't really know we've gotten to the airport. I was like, what? This is quite. One thing I like about it anyway, there were every security men around, really checking. That means that area is safe, kind of, to a certain level for those who are traveling. So right now we are already at the airport trying into. So what happened is that when we got there, the night before, they stamp us out. Sorry, they stamp us into Rwanda. Normally if you are going, you're supposed to have a visa, but because as in Nigeria we're supposed to have a visa, but I think it's online visa or visa on arrival thereabout. But because we are having a connecting flight, they just stamp our passport in, and also when we were coming, they also stamp our passport out. So what I was telling my husband was like, wow, this is an advantage for us. Technically, our passport have shown that we've entered Rwanda without even paying money for ticket, without even paying money for visa. And we didn't pay for anything. We slept in a free hotel, had free lunch and dinner. So when had free dinner and breakfast. So when people were complaining, I was like, well, what's my own? Yeah, I love traveling. So far we've gotten Rwanda stamp in my passport. Is an additional tip for me. So they were just looking at me like, I said, well, what's my own? So far I've gotten in and out stamp. It's not really that it's a big deal, but for me, I just feel when you applying for visas and all that thing is an added advantage for you, where they are going through your document and they see that you've been to a couple of countries. So I'm actually going to talk much about that later on. So as you can see, I'm just trying to show you guys more about the airport, because like I said, when we came it was quite late, really nothing much to film. So I'm just trying to see, I try to stealing more clip here for you guys to see how best you guys can have a better view of Rwanda airport. So if you are coming in, or probably you're having a rescheduled flight, these are the likely experience you are going to get, because I only saw some other hotels that were so picking people. I think probably they split the number of because the plane we took to UK was very big. So definitely, if everyone on that plane had a rescheduled flight, definitely is going, one hotel will not be able to take us because we are quite much. So this might be your likely experience if you had, or if you will experience a rescheduled flight in Air Rwanda. So I just want to show you guys. So we're just moving towards where we'll be stamped in. All of us here are novice, nobody knows anything. We're just trying our luck, but with direction and every other stuff, we're finding our way. So we are trying to use this lift. Why some people are like, okay, because of children and all that, you know. So that's what we were doing. We're trying to figure out how to get to the check-in point, but it was easy. I was able to get much more clip also in the airport compared to when we were in Nigeria, because when we were in Nigeria we were seriously stressed out. Part of it was I think the stress of reshuffling our luggage. We had a couple of excess luggage, which is not, I don't even know what happened. What me I observe also in Nigeria airport is that the scale I use from home is different from the scale that the usual scale you see in the airport we have. Is different from the scale that Rwanda airline use for us. Why the person that is giving us body pass again is different. So it was a total 4-stage different scale. So what me I would advise you is that if you are traveling through Lagos airport, just dash them to KG for you to have peace. If not, you end up paying extra luggage or trying to drop things that you are not ready to drop. So just because that's why when we are buying things, my husband likes to buy overdose, buy more than what he needs. I was trying to manage what he will buy, but at the end of the day, I was just thinking probably we'll just have maybe one luggage, 1 kg or 2 kg extra. Probably we might be able to talk to them and all that. But at the end of the day, that actually did not work. So also, like I said earlier on, your hand luggage, just make sure you have one single hand luggage, and should be around 10-11 kg, and they will accept that from you. So that one is still hand luggage. I don't think hand luggage is a big deal, but for the lady that will weigh your bag before you go and get your body pass, is a big deal for her. So just make it around 10-11 kg so that you have your own peace of mind. Then your normal luggage, just make it 21, so that even when you get there, just dash them so that you have peace of mind. I'm telling you, because the experience was not funny. I was so tired that all my arms were paining me. 2 days after, my husband was still helping me to use what was it called, aboniki, to rub it, because of the stress I went through. So I will not really wish that on anybody. So just try as possible as you can, reduce your luggage. Instead of doing that 23, just do 22 and forget about it. So right now we've already find ourselves, we're already in the plane, so planning to take off on the trip. So on this particular trip, or this particular flight, our flight was 8 hours 20 minutes. Guys, this was the longest flight I've ever flew in my life. The maximum, I think the maximum I've had was 6 hours. So I was kind of, how am I going to sit actually for 8 hours? It was really disturbing to me earlier on, and I felt, okay, what can I do? First of all, what really helped me was that I removed my shoe from my leg, and I try as much as possible to sleep on the plane. So actually, here I've eaten. If I remember that I've not shown you people my food, my husband also has eaten. So there's one of our mini body that is beside me has not eaten, travel body too. I was like, well, let me use, I don't really want to open our food, so I just said, let me just show you guys. But they tried, they gave us breakfast. You know, we ate breakfast early before leaving the hotel, and the breakfast was very big. But me, because of what I was doing, I couldn't take breakfast. I picked two big chicken, 3 eggs, bread. I picked many things in the hotel. So one of their staff gave me something to wrap it with, which I did, and we equally ate it later on the plane where we were. When I was ready to eat, so I later took it and I ate. But the bottom line is that those that took that plane that day, they ate 2 breakfasts. They ate one early in the morning, some ate as early as 4, 5, and later on around that 8, 9, they took another breakfast on the plane, and also they only gave us lunch. So this is our flight display, or what will I even call it, the flight manual, where you will see the location where you are, how many hours, the duration, just the summary of your flight, where you are, where you're going, and all that. And I watch movie, I just keep watching movie and before we arrive. So after checking out from the border control, we went straight to the National Express. So if you know and you don't want to spend money, just please stick to this carrier. So thanks for watching. Bye.